Love me, love me. Hate me, hate me. Love me, love me. Kill me, kill me. AIZO, AIZO, Usefulness. Đại tô cầu cầu số tai đẹp. Wow, mà chỉ đại nó. Khi hạ chi ni sự bước ra đẹp. AIZO, AIZO, what did I do? Bài đô tại số nắng sa ma đẹp. La ba la đẹp. Chỉ mãi cho. The ba ra ma ta my show. Fire Mage summons fire rings around her and deal damage to some of the voids inside that ring. She gets stronger with each upgrade, and at level 3 she can now deal full damage to lead enemies compared to the 50% prior to this level. She unlocks hidden detection at level 4, which is super late and costly. At level 5, she unlocks her domain expansion, which will last for 15 seconds. During that 15 seconds, all enemies on the field, including the ones that are yet to spawn, are permanently slowed down by 50%. Yes, globally and permanently. The enemies that are affected by her domain will still move at half speed even after her domain runs out. Crazy, right? I found that out recently while I was messing around with her for this video. Her domain will activate full time at max level, and she has now acquired a curse technique that will make every enemy spawn with 75% of their supposed HP, meaning that they will appear with 25% less HP. And this scale as the waves go on, by the way, because it's percentage, not a fixed amount. This curse techniques also affect the massive voids, though the amount of XP reduced is half for balancing reasons, I guess. I don't know, I did not code this game. Oh, and both her domain and curse technique do not work on bosses, so don't even think about that. Fire Mage is one of the best tower in the early game. She is the sole reason that most of the expert maps in this game is even beatable on every master mode. That's how good she is. She is good for every other phase of the game as well. Level 3 will carry you to wave 20, just need some extra damage for the large void. Then level 4 will sweep the late 30s. And her level 5 domain can only assist in killing the PvP void at wave 40, but that's enough for how much she costs. And after that you can start to save up to your main DPS, preferably a tower with high single target DPS, because clearing large chunk of enemies is what she does best, not big single void. She will act as a breadwinner up to wave 60, which will require more DPS. That is her turning point, from a carry to a support with her domain. Her damage will fall off significantly at this point, but her domain is still super helpful, especially for waves with annoying enemies. And beyond all of that, her max level is very good for ultra late game, aka endless mode, because both her permanent domain and curse technique scale by percentage, so they will only get more valuable as the enemies get stronger and faster over time. She scales alongside the waves. They have to chase her power level, not the other way around. Her main weakness is that she gets hidden detection extremely late, so you have to get another early game tower that has hidden detection. That is not that big of a deal, but I mean moving hidden detection to a later level or not giving a tower hidden detection at all is such an unoriginal way to nerf a good tower. Like, where have I seen this before? Her other bigger weakness is single target DPS. Yeah, she is just not built for that. That will make everything that I said prior to this can only be applied to normal game modes from easy to master only. I mean, optimistically speaking, you can still use her as a cheap early defense so that you can farm in Grandmaster mode and the Ghost Weapon challenge. But let's be frank here, she cannot do shit after wave 30. Oh, I'm sorry baby, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Every human has their own flaws. If a single person can do literally anything, there will be no society as a whole. Alright, I'm straying further from the topic again. Let's get back to... Fire Mage is a fairly simple tower, so this should be quick. Firstly, you should place her close to the track, preferably a turn like this because her range is really small, abysmally small if you will. Secondly, you should activate her domain as soon as the wave starts because 15 seconds is really long, and its slowing effect is permanent on affected enemies, so there is no point of holding it. Here are some waves that you should use her domains on: 40, 47, 56, 63, 65, 71 and 75. Thirdly, turn off auto skip and auto start so that you can get some extra second for the domain to cool down. In some strategies, you can and should try not to kill the last enemy too fast for the same reason. Fourthly, you will need a tower that has early hidden detection, whether it is a normal tower like Wizard and Sergeant or Guardians like Delta. And finally, one level 5 fire mage is enough most of the time. You should focus your money on your late game DPS after that. You will only need the second level 5 fire mage on some extremely short or hard maps or both. And yeah, that's about it. The best guardian for her is Rika because she has a passive that will give all fire mage on the field extra range and most importantly, pierce. The waves in this game are usually very crowded, so this is absolutely needed. Rika can also stun the enemies, making them stand inside fire mage rings for longer. Not only that, Rika's first ability will immediately make fire mage domain timer return to 0, effectively making it available right away. They were literally made to be together. Next one is Delta, similar to Pyro. Fire mage will eat the enemies and leave the crumbs for Delta to clean up. Other man can also buy some time for Delta to charge up his damage. And last but not least, Ruby Queen, which is capable of granting extra damage to all Ruby towers, including Fire Mage. Now, those three are not mandatory for her. You can pair her with pretty much any other guardian in the game because she's just that good. As for normal tower, Ice Cat unironically work well with her because her freeze and damage amplification. Support towers, especially the one that provide range buffs such as Bloomer, Arene and Beacon, are all highly recommended for her. And Speeder, she slows enemy down and this slowdown effect can be stacked with Fire Mage Domain. Aside from them, Fire Mage Domains is beneficial to literally every Master Mode strategies in the game for the second time. She's just that good. Fire Mage is one of the requirements for Kitsuri, which requires you to place down a max level Fire Mage and Ruby Queen close to each other. Then a max level Gunner far from both and should always be placed after those two. If you are playing with another person, get that person to place down a max Teresa close to and before max level Gunner. You both will get the feature that turns red if everything is correct. She is also one of the requirements for Kitsuri 2, which I will not talk about in details in this video. You can find my older videos about that in this channel if you want to. The gist of this is that you have to do a puzzle then perform a cultist ritual inside this map in order to get this badge. T-Area Fire Mage is really good. She can fit in pretty much every normal game mode strategy and can be useful in literally every map, even the one that you think of right now, due to her global slowing domain. For the third time, she is just that good. Though she is not perfect, she still needs help with the early hidden enemies and late game DPS. That's about everything you need to know about this flop ball of a tower. Goodbye and have a very fuzzy day, my friend.